Just want to make sure it's recording because I've been fucking yapping for the last couple of minutes and I just thought it wasn't recording. Cool. Just to match the sound and sync it. Anyways, this is something that a lot of all these coaches and gurus aren't telling us. And I'm not saying they're doing it on purpose, but it's a very, very simple key point that a lot of people who are new in the agency space and information-based business models or coaching business models, any kind of online service-based model are missing. And it's something very, very simple. It's called initiating conversations. It's because when you talk to people, when you talk to your potential clients or prospects, you get more data. You know how to talk to them. You know what they're going through. And guess what happens? When you know what they're going through, it's very easy to curate your message and talk about your offer in a different way that resonates with their pain points. So I know I'm saying a lot of fancy shit, and I started this video out of nowhere to start talking about it, but let me just tell you a bit about myself. No details. I run a content creation agency for the last 5, 6 years. Also, an international marketing agency, which I kind of stopped now because I'm transitioning to the information-based business model. So, anyways, long story short, it's going pretty well. And February, I had a crazy $11,000 day in one day, back-to-back sales calls with two prospects that were totally cold and not totally cold, but let's say they were in the pipeline for 5 or 6 days, and before that they were totally cold. So the crazy thing is that I had my first sales call at 10 o'clock, and my second sales calls were lined up at 10:45. So I had to borrow some extra time. I had to tell the other prospect to wait because I'm collecting payment from this client. They were like, yeah, no worries. So once I collected the first payment, I went on and hopped on the second call and collected my second payment. So $11,000 day. And that happened by literally initiating conversations on Facebook. 90% of it was on Facebook, and then 10% was on Instagram. Now, I'm not saying that Facebook is better than Instagram or Instagram is better than Facebook. They both work very well, but you need to know how to use them both in a proper way. And listen, by the way, my videos are not scripted at all because when I script my videos or when I use presentations with bullet points, I feel like I'm just limiting myself from giving you guys pure value. So, long story short, how did I have this $11,000 day? And how did it actually happen? First of all, Facebook groups are your best friend, especially when you're starting out. Be any kind of service-based business, there's a Facebook group for all of the niches out there. Number one. So you have to perform extremely simple steps. You don't have to create, you don't have to worry about creating some fancy websites, funnels, and some professional videos. Even though I'm a perfectionist, I care a lot about lighting and background and all of that shit, which doesn't actually matter. But back in February, the end of January, around 28th of January, I was like, listen, I'm trying to be a perfectionist. I'm trying to perfect all the angles. I'm trying to perfect my messaging, and I'm just trying to make everything perfect, which is causing a delay in seeing results. So I was like, let's move with speed. Let's not be perfectionists. Let's fuck up during our journey so we get data faster. And this is something that I've been following ever since February. It's not been a fucking long time. So the faster you take action, imperfect action, the faster data you build. It's very, very simple logic because if you're trying to wait for the perfect moment to record a specific video or write a specific Instagram post, reach out to 50 clients, you're like, I got to think about the script and then I have to change it, tweak it. No, they might like it, they might not like it. Fuck that shit. Write that message, record that video, and just post it. Why? Because it might get 5 views, one comment. And that comment says, hey, bro, so how do we do this? Can you make a video about it? That's data. That's one data. And then you create a video about it, and then they start getting nurtured. Whoever's watching that video or training video or whatever you're creating or DMs. So point of what I'm saying is you need to start taking imperfect action. And that's what actually happened. By the way, I'm not gonna lie. In February, I hit almost around $20,000, around $20,000. But the reason I'm talking about $11,000 days is because it was unbelievable, and it was the first time I ever had a a 5 figure, 6 figure, a 5 figure day. So, I'm just too used to talking about 6 figure businesses, how to scale to 6 figures, and all that fancy shit that doesn't work. So, first of all, you have to start taking imperfect action. That's it. Number two is you got to start creating content ASAP, which can be posted in Facebook groups are very, very powerful. I will tell you, these two clients came from Facebook groups, which then transitioned. They went over to YouTube to watch my free trainings that I recorded, and then they got nurtured there. Then I was also posting stuff in my community, And that really did the job. So first of all, imperfect action, then you got to create content. Should be very simple in a very, very friendly tone. And I've seen a lot of people using ChatGPT. Fuck it, don't use ChatGPT. Use your fucking brains. It's that simple. If you're an expert in something, if you have been doing something for years, if not months, then you have to be able to write something by yourself. And when there's look, listen, no matter what, ChatGPT can't have that human touch, human feeling, that friendly tone. And I have a training video on my YouTube channel. If you go ahead and just watch it, I talk about how to create Facebook posts or Instagram posts that go viral and how you can sound as friendly as possible. Like giving advice to a friend, a close friend of you, on how to fix a specific thing in their life. And that worked very well. And that did brought me $11,000 in one day by signing 2 clients. So you got to talk to them in a very natural, friendly, close friend tone, first of all. And then you just have to be consistent with creating content. I'm not saying create thousands of pieces of content every single day. One piece of content, one Facebook post inside of the Facebook group that you're in that's related to your niche. And I'm still recording. My camera's kind of fucked, so excuse me if there's audio problems or I'm still trying to figure this stuff out since I've changed some settings. So Facebook groups are your friend in your niche. You have to go there, make posts, provide value. Don't be spammy. Don't try to sell. Once you have that selling tone, people just put their guards up. People just they don't want to buy from, they don't even want to talk to you. Provide unselfish value. Don't try to script everything. Don't try to make everything perfect with ChatGPT. That's the first thing. And once you write that script, and by the way, I have a training on my YouTube channel. If you go ahead and watch it, I use the same scripts and I use the same post and I switch them over to video content, and that works very well. Okay, so it's text form and video form to reach multiple audiences. And then it's very, very simple. Whoever interacts with your Facebook post or comments, hey, great story, great idea, thanks for the valuable post, or they even like or react to your post, go ahead and DM them. This is not outbound, right? It's literally cold, but it's not very, very cold since they've interacted with your post and they have found it valuable. So just reaching out. Hey, brother, thanks for liking my post. Hey, brother, thanks for the comment. Hope you found it helpful. They might not reply. It went to their spam or message requests, but most of the time they do reply as well. All right. And then that's how you initiate conversations. Okay. Over time, when you're providing enough value inside of Facebook groups, people are just going to start reaching out to you. And that's where it becomes super, super easy. In the start, it's going to be pretty hard because you're reaching out to people. It's cold, not very cold, because you're providing value. They're commenting on your posts and they're saying, thanks for the value. It was helpful. They might ask a couple of questions and you then provide them some value inside of the comments and then you slide into their DMs. Very, very simple. Now, once you go inside of Messenger, you never want to sound salesy, ever, ever. And the reason why I say that is because don't copy paste, don't use scripts that are everywhere on the internet. That a lot of these YouTubers or gurus are telling you copy paste. No, it doesn't work. It never works. People have done it over and over again. And guess what happens? It doesn't work. It might work one in 10,000 messages, it might work, but you got to sound as friendly as possible. Listen, we're not living in a corporate world where you have to care about grammar in terms of punctuation, capital, small. Keep it very friendly. I like to use usually lowercase letters. Example, if someone commented on my post and said, hey, brother, thanks for the valuable post. I was wondering if I can do X, Y, Z to see this kind of result. And then I replied to the comment, hey, yes, sure, you can do it and provide them some value. And then shot you a DM with more details. Okay, and then I slide into the DMs, hey, brother, what's up? You just mentioned in the comments that you were going through ABC or XYZ problems. And here's what you can do. So I give them 1 or 2 sentences, very friendly. Here's what you can do. And then I send them a voice note. Listen, voice notes are extremely, extremely fucking powerful. And if you start using them, because then people trust you more. Everybody does texting, right? But not everybody does voice notes. So you can also go ahead and I've done this over and over again. You can also go ahead and provide them value inside of voice notes, which works extremely well because now they can hear your voice. They can see how you communicate. They can also tell, because you don't stutter, you don't do whatever, you're very smooth in what you're saying. So it builds that trust. Very, very important. So then they usually reply talking more about their pain points, the problems they're facing, and just provide them a little bit of more value. And then usually what happens most of the time, because I've talked to not a lot, over 200 people back in February. No, not really 200 people, around 250 to 300 people after my post got viral and got 400 comments in one of the groups by using the exact same methods that I told you a while ago. So I had a lot of conversations, right? And a lot of them didn't reply, a lot of them didn't book a call, even though they showed interest. They were inbound leads, around 253. They were 400 something, but the interest that was shown the most was from 250 to 300 people. So I told you there's going to be some awkward pauses. Sometimes I just zone out. Once I'm in the flow, I'm in the flow. So I had conversations with these people, and I used the exact same way of communicating with them, and I managed to book calls left and right. And now all of them didn't become clients because this group doesn't have very qualified people. So it's sometimes hard. People just are looking for free stuff. And of course, I help them as well with my free resources that I have, free trainings or free PDFs or whatever that I offer them. So, and then you go ahead and provide them with a solution after you send them a voice note, and then they're going to ask you more questions. You tell them, hey, I really understand what you're looking for, and I think I can help you with that. And I really want to provide you with more value. Keep it very, very unselfish. I don't know if that's even a word, but and you don't pitch them. You don't tell them, hey, let's hop on a call. I'm going to help you, and then I'm going to offer you. No, don't say that, because you have provided them enough value. And if you have provided enough value, and then you present them an option to book a call, hey, here's a link, or would you mind hopping on a quick 15-minute call anytime this week so I can help you even more, give you some, actionable steps. They're 100% they're going to say yes. 100%. And if they say, no, I'm kind of busy, no, thank you, it means you didn't provide enough value. So there you get the feedback. And the next time, whenever you're talking to a new lead, you know that you have to provide more value, in depth, or whatever. Never hold back your golden nuggets, ever. Just like this video, I'm not holding anything back. Never, ever hold back anything. Okay. You just have to, whatever you teach in your professional services, professional coaching, whatever your high ticket coaching, give them that information for it, because we human beings are designed not to care about the things that we don't pay for. If someone is paying you $500 and you're giving them less information free as compared to, a lot of information, they're going to respect it more. They're going to implement it. They're going to take action because they've paid for it. They don't want to lose that money. So free information, you got to provide them a lot, okay, which will make them feel like, yes, this is very valuable. So if I pay them $5,000 for a 3-month coaching program, what's that going to have? It's going to be crazy. So you have to provide enough value right in the messages, and then you present them, because they're going to ask more questions, because they usually think like, okay, this guy's answering a lot of my questions, so let me ask him this, that, and this and that. And once they ask you this and that, you got to be smart and then present them an option to book a call. And then you ask them, hey, want to book a call anytime this week? They say yes. So how about I send you my calendar link, and you can go ahead and pick a time that works the best for you. So then they say, great. You go ahead and send them the link to book a call, and tell them, hey, once you book a call, send me a thumbs up just so I can confirm it on my end. They go ahead and book a call, and then you're good to go. Now, sales is something totally different. We can talk about that in some other video. There's a specific sales framework that I follow on my sales calls that works very well and helps me a lot with closing clients very easily. I don't follow any sales scripts. They don't work very well for me, because people try to copy it word by word. It comes out very, very awkward. I remember I was having a coaching session with one of my students, and we were role playing, these sales calls. And she was a new student, by the way. It was her first week. And I was like, hey, let's role play, because before I go ahead and give you tips about sales and practice, and let's role play. And I want you to use what you have, because she was in some other coaching program before enrolling in my coaching program. So they gave her a script. So I was like, let's run it. I'm your potential client, I'm your prospect, and you have to sell me your services. She's in the French market, and she's trying to sell business coaching to French women, or whoever speaks French, right? Women, moms, so they can quit their jobs. So, and then we start this role play, and she goes ahead and asks very specific questions, very specific answers. It was clear that she was reading from a script. Guys, scripts don't work. Yes, you can go through a script, you can read a script, you can put it in your head, but you have to add your own touch to it. It's the same fucking problem as ChatGPT or AI. I'm not against these things, but what I'm saying is you got to add your own touch to it. You got to follow a framework that works, but add your own words to it. Okay. And it takes practice, it takes role playing. So sales is something that's totally different we can talk about. But This is how you initiate conversations. Content creation, once you have, because now you have a lot of steps we didn't talk about. We didn't talk about offer creation. We didn't talk about creating pillars. We didn't talk about how you're going to create a strong messaging. Okay. We didn't talk about how you're going to create content in depth. But what I'm saying is that's how you get people to reach out to you, and you reach out to them by providing value inside of Facebook groups. And then you initiate conversations. And then people, and during this process, when you're trying to communicate and talk to your prospects and then trying to get a book a call, sorry, drank 2 liters of water and half liters of protein shake a while ago. So I'm still kind of full. So zoning out. So, anyways, once you have these people reaching out to you and you're helping them, you're providing them value, they're going to give you a lot of their pain points. Even if you have talked to 10 people and you're starting out, your goal should be to talk to 10 people. Listen to them, what they're going through. Very, very simple. And just provide them value. And then the next time, after these 10 conversations, listen to 10 people and their pain points and problems that they're facing in their daily lives. Once you hear it, and the next time you're creating a piece of content, be it video, be it text, be it Instagram short, YouTube short, or podcast, you're going to remember those 10 people's pain points. And then you're going to curate your message accordingly, and then start delivering life. And that's how you get better also at content creation, which attracts even more people. Because if 10 people have went through a specific pain point, it means 100 other people have went through the exact same specific pain points. And once you go ahead and mention this pain point, even the client or potential or prospect mentions you, that mentions even way before they mention that specific pain point, and you just mentioned it way before them, you come across as a fucking authority, as an expert. That makes sense. And I'm spinning a lot of multiple things that might be hard to digest, but that's how it works. You got to create content after you've done with the offer creation, all of the lead magnets, which we're going to talk about later on this channel. So make sure you subscribe. And then you initiate conversations, you talk to people, you reach out to them, they reach out to you because you're providing content and valuable posts inside of a community or Facebook groups. And then you initiate conversations, you listen to their pain points, and then book a call, and then hop on a sales calls. So very, very simple. I know it's around 17 minutes for this video, 18 minutes. I don't know how much, but I just want to shoot this very quickly because I was in the gym working out. I was like, I got to script a video on how to implement these steps. But I was like, I don't want to waste my time scripting videos. I just want to sit there and provide value. So I understand there's no animations going on. It's a very simple video, just me here sitting and talking. But I promise you, it's my promise, and it's a guarantee that if you follow these steps, step by step, that I've just mentioned, I promise you're going to sign your first client. It doesn't have to be an $11,000 day like me. It doesn't have to be a $5,000. It doesn't have to be $1,000. If you're just starting out, you can even charge $100 for one call. Back then, when I was starting out in the online space, I started with charging $60 for 45 minutes. And then I went up charging $200 to give coaching sessions to students under another coach. So you just level up. That makes sense? So get out there, create content, and initiate conversations. Don't wait for people to come to you, go to them. That's not cold. You're going to people who are interacting with your post and content. So that's not cold. That's somewhat cold and somewhat warm. Okay? And initiate conversations. Talk to people. I promise you're going to scale to even $30,000 months once you start talking to people. And with that being said, make sure you like, comment if you have any questions, if you're struggling with anything, and subscribe because I'm going to be shooting tons of more videos like this very, very soon. See ya.